Ma'at Hotep. My name is Goddess Kefa Ab Mina'unt Ma'u. This video is about feminine purification, about our menses. I will not act as if I'm a professional in this. I am not, but I am also passing down some information based off of what I've learned through my years of having my menses as a young woman, and then coming into my spirituality and regaining my peace that is within, and then having a moment off where I didn't do everything that I was doing before in the 2 months prior before, within that peace that I didn't do this time around, and now coming back into the peace. So I would like to share that with you. What I would like to share with you today is that when women have our menses are also, it's our purification time for women. We go through that once a month for those of us who still have that. And that's what the bleeding represents. It's purifying the body, removing all the toxins and waste and negativity that is in your body. And be right before your menses arrive. If you had a month between the last time up until right before your menses come, where it was a very hectic time frame for you, where you were full of a lot of negative energy, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, upset, angry about a lot of different things, you're going to experience that when your menses come. Now, what you don't understand is that you think that a lot of us, when we were growing up, especially those who were brought into certain religions, that the reason why women have pain during certain things like childbearing is because of Eve and so on. Well, let's remove that thought out of our mind for a moment. I need you to have an open mind and listen to me from your heart and listen to me from your spirit, because I'm speaking to the spirit in you, the spirit of God in you. Childbearing is not going to be something that's always going to be easy, just like periods are not going to always be easy. Our menses is so that we can be able to remove out what we have consumed in. Consuming is not just about food. When we consume negativity into our self, into our spirit, we collect those until we're able to purify it out. Now, that negativity could mean a multitude of things. Consuming also has to do with the type of foods that you eat. When you're eating flesh, I know that there's so many people here. I was one of those people just not too a few months ago. I loved eating flesh, as in the chicken, the steaks, the ribs, the hamburgers, fish, crabs, everything that you could think of. I was enjoying every single bit of it. But what that does to you, as good as it tastes, all the seasonings and everything, how they prepare it, but you also have to take into account that when you take those things into your body, when you're consuming that, you're consuming flesh, another entity, another thing that consumed, that had a spirit in them as well, and that they went through different things, and however they died, so that the food that you're eating can be prepared so you can eat it. You have to remember that pain or fear or suffering that they went through is also still in that meat, no matter how they process it. So when you consume that into your body, you're consuming whatever that animal was feeling at that moment, or throughout the whole time until its life, until it died. So take that into account, these type of foods that you're putting into your body. Also, when it comes to alcohol, consuming alcohol or too much alcohol, cigarette smoking, drug use, all those things play a part in women's psyche and their physical body, and when their menstrual cycle comes, and how that's going to affect them on their menstrual cycle. As well as when we're feeling when we feel like when we're acting out of our emotions, we're expressing pain and suffering, and we're crying and upset and angry, jealous, envy, all those different things. When it comes to us and we're going through those things, when we're yelling at people and fighting at people and so on, all that comes within our menses as well. So we're pushing all that out as well. Then you're consuming the music that you're listening to, the things that you hear people talk about, the books that you read, and the people that you share your lives with, or the different religious and spiritual practices that you have. All that is consuming into your body as well. So you have to think about all these different multiplicity of things that are happening at one time, going into your universe. And your universe, because your universe is perfect, because it was perfectly made, it has a certain type of procedure that it must go through in order for it to push what you have put in. So that's what we're going through. So I want to share this with you really fast because I don't want to make this too long. A few months ago, I had stopped eating meat. I had also stopped being stressed out about a lot of things. And anybody who have ever known me know that most of my life I was stressed out and upset. Stopped being stressed out, upset, lived in peace, started really focusing into my spirituality, guiding my life through the one most high and not through self, through my person. And I stopped smoking because I used to be a black and mild smoker and sometimes a cigarette smoker. And I used to drink very heavily when I used to hang out, socialize with my friends. I stopped doing all that. And I had stopped having sex. And so all that played its part. So when my menses came, I had a very peaceful, a very clear and adjusted and well-balanced menses. And it was like walking on clouds. I had never experienced this before. I was able to even, I was very sensitive to the energies that were around me because my body felt so clear, and just balanced and just one with the universe. And that's how it feels when you remove all of those things that you have always consumed into your body and to your spirit and to your soul. That once those things are removed and you have a different viewpoint, your mind is in your upper echelon and not your lower echelon, not running off of your emotions, that it changes everything. And I went through that for 2 months, a beautiful and peaceful menses. Then this past one that I had was a little bit different. It wasn't extremely different, but it was a little bit different because I had noticed that I made a little bit of adjustments. There's certain things that I did differently, that I succumbed to. I come to my sexual ideas and thoughts, and I did that. And I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, still didn't eat meat. But I noticed that I started feeling a bit of my emotional sides kick in a lot stronger than they were when I was not doing these things. And I do not regret what I have done, but it also was a learning experience to see what has happened to me and to know that, okay, this plays this part too. When you are being intimate and you're having sex, you have to start thinking about the partner that you're with. Because whoever you are being partnered with when you're having sex is not just a physical act. It is very much a spiritual act. Because it's two spirits coming together. So when you are being intimate with someone else, know that the essence of their spirit or the essence of their soul, of what they have now consumed into them, is now rubbing off on you. So you need to take into account those things. And so it wasn't that this person was a negative person at all, but there were some negative things going on in his life. And so those things, even though he was at peace with me, those things I consumed that. And so when my menses came, and also having a bit of, not quite into my peace as I should have been, and a bit more into my emotions, I noticed that my menses was very different. And that it was a little bit painful, but not as bad as it has been since I was a child growing up. And I had noticed that there was a shift, like a major shift in my attitude, my emotions and anger and things that was coming out of me during that time period that was not a part of my last couple of months of my spiritual walk. So I want to share with you, goddesses, that please understand that whatever you do in your life, whoever you are with, the people that you're spending your time with, your mate that you're with, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married to that person, or whatever type of relationship that you have now decided to have with that person, know that you must think about who they're with, who you're with, the environments that they're in, the environments that you're in, what you consume into your body, and that no matter whether it's reading, listening to music, what's going on in the outside world, the food that you eat, the negative energy that is around you, anger, all types of emotions, all that it plays its effect on your menstrual cycle, as well as what's going on in the universe. Because we are connected to the earth, women, and we are also connected to the universe. And the moon and all that plays its part on our menstrual cycles. And we have a lot of things that are going on within us, which is why we have to be in control of who we are and what we do, what we say. So please, goddesses, from me to you, this is my gift to you. Find that peace within. Look to the upper echelon. Do your prayers and your meditations. Seek the one Most High, to guide you through your times and every day of your life. Seek God first in all that you do. And when you do these things and you find that peace and realize that everything in life is just an event, and it's up to you on how you look and view that event and how you're going to speak on it or act on it, whether it becomes negative or positive is on you. So my advice or my opinion to you is that if you want to have a peaceful menstrual cycle and live a peaceful life, live in that peace. Live in that divine love. Find that balance and order, which is anyone who is in the Kemetic or have studied the Kemetic history. She is the goddess Ma'ut, and she is the representative of the divine law, which is truth, order, balance, and love, divine love. So I hope this helps you in what you do and the choices that you make in your life. Again, my name is Goddess Kefa, admin at Ukma'u. Thank you for listening. Hotep.